Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 4 of season 2 of Battlestar Galactica. The last episode. It left me flummoxed. It left me frustrated. It left me flabbergasted. I'm really happy that I made F's out of all of that. But the biggest F is fracking mad. And I'm a fracking Cylon. Thank you to my cousin Shannon for sending me this t-shirt. It's very fitting. It's like literally fitting, but also fitting. But I was so frustrated with Colonel Ty, which I always am. And it's not really always his fault. I mean, it is his fault. But like outside forces tend to influence him to do things that, one, he knows he wouldn't, that Commander Adama wouldn't want to have happen, like martial law. I don't think at the end of that episode, that's what Commander Adama would have done. And the fact that he did do it after saying that that's not something he would have done, like just, it seems like a power grab or a power move. You know, I think with the alcohol and with Ellen, and then, you know, the life-threatening situation of having Cylons on board and, you know, outrunning them and trying to get the crew off of Cobol. And like, there was just a lot going on and he was way out of his depth. He was in over his head. And it's funny because it kind of mirrored Crashdown a little bit, where we have these like two people that are way in over their head. And I know Crashdown didn't have the experience like how Chief did. But definitely, you know, I feel like Colonel Ty has watched Commander Adama for such a long time that he would know how to lead admirably. And the fact that he decides to dissolve the Quorum of 12, which I don't think he even has the power to do, but then declare martial law because the Quorum picked the president over him. That was 12 people that were there to make that decision. That's like saying like, I don't like what the Supreme Court did. So what I'm going to do is just dissolve them. And it like, that's, I don't want to say the Quorum of 12 is like the Supreme Court. I know that those are probably two different things, but like they're there for a reason. And yes, there are probably like the lady from Gemini who was like, "Oh, hail, President! You are the prophet. The scroll said that you would come take us to Earth." All this thing, I get that, and like you know, there are people that are religious that are in government, and you know, a lot of that drives a lot of their shenanigans, propaganda, and whatnot. So, but like with all 12, I don't know if all 12 were just like, yeah, no, I believe that shit. Let's go for it. I think they were just like, what else are we going to do? You know, and I love that there's the reveal of her having cancer because a lot of people in the comments were saying just like, well, she was hiding her illness, or like, you know, Commander Adama, you know, took over because she was sick. He didn't know she was sick. He didn't have that knowledge. You know, he just didn't like that she made a decision that like didn't include him, but also used Starbuck against him. She's the commander-in-chief as far as I'm concerned. So like she had a right to ask what she did of him, but not necessarily the right to ask Starbuck to do it behind his back. But then if he didn't lie to Starbuck, if he said, yes, I wanted everyone to have hope, and she's like, hey, we still have a chance for hope, 100% they could go attack the base star, mission accomplished, then go get that damn arrow. But he didn't want to compromise. The religion thing turned him off, which it always turns me off when I hear it. But like, there are still people that are the 40,000, 47,000 people that are still alive believe those things. And you have to take in consideration their beliefs, not for everything and not imposing it upon people who don't believe, but definitely like it means something to these people. So and it seemed very out of character for him to like even stage a coup in the first place. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of like a little weird thing about his character. But definitely with Colonel Ty dissolving the 12, declaring martial law, I want Adama to wake up and just Morgan Freeman and Bruce Almighty this stuff. Just mop up this mess and take care of it. I mean, like, everything that's happened will have a lasting effect, including Gaius killing Crashdown. Now, I had a real issue with, I almost said Mind Six, but like Head Six, like saying like, now you're a man. And I was like, was the action of killing somebody making him a man? Like, what was exactly the thing? And then later on, she says, killing is what makes you human. No. The capacity for love and feelings and empathy is what makes you human. She's a Cylon, so like she doesn't know those things, or she hasn't felt them being reciprocated from Gaius. Now again, this is Six in his head, she's ever changing outfits and all that, so it's just like it's not like, I don't know if he's telling himself this through the mouthpiece that is Six, because at the end she also just says, I'll be your conscience. And like, if his brain is creating this Six to tell him how to live life and lead and do all these things, yikes. But like, that's definitely dissociative. Like, that's definitely schizo to have another voice telling you what to do. I'm glad he walked away from her, but I don't know where that leads him now. The fact that he like I'm glad again that he was the one that took down Crashdown, because if anybody else had done it, like I don't know if they could live with that guilt. I mean, especially like Callie, like I definitely don't think she could handle it. And I was happy Chief didn't have to do it, because you could see he was struggling with that. And I was so like happy, and I was like victorious for Chief, because like, he like took out the satellite, and I was very scared for him at the same time, because I was just like, I don't think anyone's necessarily safe on this. I mean, like, they shot Adama, so like they could definitely have had, Chief like lose his legs or something. So I'm glad that they are now boarding a Raptor and that they are headed back up to Galactica, but we need to catch up with Starbuck. With her and Hilo out there, I think they are at Delphi or Caprica. I'm not quite sure where her actual home was located, but they are traveling around in a Humvee, which I'm sure is not quiet, super noticeable, and Cylons will be following them. And where's Sharon? Where's the Raider? Like, I was not happy that there was not an update in the last episode about that, because now that Starbuck is on Caprica, I'm very invested. Like, when it was like, kind of like, we're running around getting away from Cylons, I was like, okay, cool. That's progressing that story. But now I'm like, okay, cool. What's up? So we need to catch up with them. I'm very interested to see how Chief handles the Boomer reveal and her being a Cylon. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about it, but I'm also sure he knew that she was a Cylon. But I'm sure like having it confirmed, but also finding out that she shot Commander Adama, like, he's a very reasonable man. He's a good man. He's a kind man. But I do think that he will not be happy about it. I don't know how you're really supportive about that kind of thing. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And of course, the president is still in the brig. Like, it's so weird that the president's in the brig and she had all these people in the quorum being like, oh, we're not worthy. And then like, that's where she still is. So hopefully she's getting her Kamala that's like keeping her even keel. Because the snakes thing that was happening, the cracking up in the brig because she didn't have it. We cannot have her being like that. Like, get her on her meds. And then, not that I want this for her because I enjoy her as a character, but like, please rush those elections. Or, I mean, because I don't know if in a new election, Gaius would be like, you know what, president sounds fun. Like, I think maybe he'd be like, I'm good. Like, maybe, I don't know. Six might be chirping in his ear, telling him to run for office. I'm not quite sure. So very interested to see what's going on now that that shitstorm that Ty started is probably going to be at a whole nother level, which is exciting because I like the political part of everything. Like, I don't ever know what's happening next. If you had asked me at the beginning of episode 3 that Ty would have declared martial law and dissolved the Quorum of 12, and that everybody would be like, oh, she's sick with cancer. We're not worthy. Like, I don't know if I would have ever called that. So, like, this show is very unpredictable, and it's one of my favorite things about it. And I still think Gaeta is sus. Just I can't get it out of my head. So hopefully we just have evidence that he's just not good at his job, because, like, obviously not knowing the coordinates, getting those wrong, and then connecting the network and not being able to pull the plug on time, and just like all of the things that, like, I feel like Gaeta should be really good at, he's not good at. So, like, either he's just out of his depth or he's a Cylon. Those are really the only two options. I hope out of his depth, because I really like the actor, and I enjoy when he, like, you know, is on screen. So I would really, I just want more answers. Just reveal another Cylon so I can forget about Gaeta. I don't know, but, like, my little antennas are up when it comes to Gaeta. Maybe I'm just looking for things. I don't know. I just want to be right about something, because everyone is just like, wow, you are so wrong. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. So, guys, with that being said, episode 4, let's get into it. Hey, Chief. Why is he... What is happening? Does he think Chief is a Cylon?
How long have you known Lieutenant Valeri was planning to assassinate Commander Dama?
Oh my god, get this guy out of command.
I guess you haven't heard. Cylons don't have rights.
I'm Galen Tyrrell.
She put a Cylon out of the airlock.
Don't you dare. Oh my god, if he kills Chief.
Galactica.
Don't talk to me like you're a soldier! You are not a soldier!
Oh, hell no, Ty. Oh, hell no. The one person you do not frack with on this show is Chief. Yeah, good. That's what you needed to do a long time ago. Do not go back for that. I am mad.
Don't you talk to me. Don't come near me. Don't touch me. I will kill you.
Wow. Oh, God, I feel bad for her. I know I shouldn't, but I do. And I feel bad for him, because he was very much in love with her. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. She didn't choose this. Wait. Who are these people? What's going on? Survivors?
Alright, screw it. Password for everybody decided. I want to blow these Cylons away before they ever knew it hit them.
Who's this bone structure we're staring at?
We gotta figure out where the hell we are.
Wait, you don't know?
You're the navigator.
You were driving.
Please don't shoot them. Just say hi first. I'm happy to see more humans. I think they're humans. They could be Cylons. I doubt it, but I feel like they could be. There's a Cylon in the mix, I'm sure. Why wouldn't there be?
You go all cover.
Worthy!
Don't start.
Fine!
I like this dynamic.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Oh, they just got that Humvee and they had to leave it behind?
You're blackmailing me.
Help the chief. Help yourself, Doctor.
Thank you, Callie.
Yes, Doctor. That's what you're best at, isn't it?
Yeah. Time to go full Gaius.
The Trinian refining vessel has stopped refining Tillium. They say if they don't have a voice in the government...
What?
And 3 other ships are also refusing to resupply Galactica until the president's reinstated.
Yeah, it's like people don't like that decision.
How's my father today?
Sedated. Resting comfortably since the surgery.
I want him to wake up.
Trouble brewing in the fleet, though.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Martial law isn't going down too well. Protests, demonstrations. Some ships are even refusing to resupply Galactica.
And this is the honeymoon period. What's a dictator to do?
glad they could joke around about it.
I should probably call a summit, sit down with all the ship's captains and explain the situation and tell them why I had to declare martial law.
That would probably be a good start.
You have to explain yourself to them.
Wouldn't hurt.
This woman drives me crazy. Stop interfering. You don't know anything.
You're the boss. Far be it for me to tell you how to do your job. I know that's one of your issues.
Just say it.
Yeah, just
I don't
say
know,
it.
it just feels kind of touchy-feely. You know, let's all sit down and talk about how we feel about martial law. Bill
What's
would
wrong with
never
that?
do that.
Bill might do that.
I mean, Bill may never get on his feet again.
I'd keep my eye on her. I feel like she would like go and like kill Commander Adama. Oh!
Hi.
Yeah. Gotta give up. To be fair, they started shooting at them first. They have every reason to be hostile.
I'm Anders.
Samuel T. Anders,
Yeah, that's right.
Sushan, Gripkey, Morris Fink.
I'm not gonna remember any
These
of
are the
that.
Galactica Buccaneers.
I don't think so.
Give me a ball, little girl. I'll shove it up your ass.
Please. Try.
Okay.
Yes, please try.
How many foul breaks did you have in the playoff against Erlon?
Ooh.
You're kidding, right?
You either have the
No.
answer or you have a bullet.
3.
Wrong. 4.
3. Last one was called back on instant replay.
He's right, Starbuck. I lost 20 cubits on that game.
Everyone okay? No itchy trigger
You know you guys
fingers?
suck, right? Can't shoot, can't pass. You sure as hell can't take the point.
Everyone's a critic.
I like this so far.
Practice. It's time to get their attention. I'm sending in the Marines. I want a Raptor and an armed Marine boarding party for every ship refusing the resupply order.
This is insane. Can CIC stage a coup against Colonel Ty? Because obviously they know that he's drinking heavily. Like, why are they following him? Gotta calm down.
For the last time, step back, all right?
This is exactly what they're worried about when martial law is being declared. This is exactly what they worry about. No! Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, whatever the number was at the beginning, down 3.
4 civilian dead. How the frack could this have...
4.
What'd you expect, genius? You put a pilot in charge of crowd control.
Thanks, Doc Cuddle. Please wake up. We
If
need
ever
you.
We needed you, Bill. It's right now.
It certainly is.
I've worked out a way of getting us to the hangar deck. And I can get us a Raptor. But we're still gonna need clearance to get off the ship.
The question is, where do we go once we get off the ship? We'll have to find someplace to hide in the fleet while we rally support among the people.
I've got
Just
an
Millennium
idea.
Falcon it. Just hang off on the side of a ship.
You're not gonna like it.
So he figured it out. And she's not gonna like it. Does that mean I'm gonna like it? I bet I'm gonna like it.
No, you didn't tell me to send troops anywhere. You just manipulate. You always do. You put the knife in and you twist it.
Oh, right. You're gonna blame me for your own inadequacies?
No, no, oh God, oh God, oh God! Really? Really? Oh my God, this is so toxic. So toxic. Oh my God.
Know what we had.
It was nothing. Nothing.
Oh.
You're a machine. I'm not. Software doesn't have feelings.
I never meant to hurt you.
You're gonna let the vice president be in a cell alone with the Cylon?
I'll be fine. Thank you.
Oh, that's a little nuts. It's a little crazy. Okay. Okay.
This test doesn't work too well. I mean, he gave me the green light.
Test works just fine.
Are you gonna explain?
Chief?
What the fuck?
Chief? What did you do to him? He's not breathing.
No, he's dying right now, Sharon. I can save him. If you tell me how many Cylons there are left in the fleet.
I don't know.
I don't like this, Gaius.
Do you love him, Sharon?
I love him.
You can save him.
8! There are 8!
I don't like this game. That is a scary way to get information, Gaius. You made me so mad just now.
What is this place?
Delphi Union High School. Toasters don't patrol this area. It's a good place to get some shut-eye, bite to eat.
Why don't they patrol it?
53.
53, huh? Hell of a lot better than the two of us if we're gonna assault an airbase, steal a heavy raider, and get the frack off this planet.
Yeah. My question is why are they not being patrolled? Because the Cylons know they're there, right?
I need your help. But it's illegal, dangerous, and in violation of your oath as an officer.
You're a lousy salesman.
I'm sure you want to prove, but I guess that's nothing new. I just want you to know that this isn't about you and me. Goodbye, Dad.
What? What does that mean? Oh, he was right there. What does that mean, goodbye?
He's one of them. He always was. We just never saw it.
Oh, he's innocent. She tricked him.
Such loyalty.
Is this guy's
You
name
frack him
Bammer?
too?
Idiot. Good for you, Callie.
You want to get pissed at someone, you get pissed at Boomer.
Headbutt him.
You can either stand aside or you can shoot me.
She's not gonna shoot her.
Madam President,
I love Rosalind. She's not perfect by any means, but when she's cool, she's cool.
Turn that ship around, Apollo, or I'll order the cap to shoot you down.
We're not turning back.
I'll do it.
Do what you have to do, Galactica. Apollo out.
Peace.
Fire across their bow.
Hot Dog Galactica, fire across their bow. Acknowledge.
Well told, Galactica.
I can't foresee them actually doing anything to Apollo. You know you can't kill Lee.
D, tell Hot Dog to hold his fire. Repeat, weapons hold. Do not fire. Anybody notice off-log calls? Scrambled communications?
No, sir. Nothing.
Maybe not a Cylon. Thank you, Gata.
Good to see you, Madam President.
Oh, hey.
What is Mr. Zarek doing here?
Yeah.
Mr. Zarek here is the only one in the fleet with enough shady friends around who can possibly hide us.
It's not wrong.
Well, Mr. Zarek, it would seem the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Call me.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Zarek. Well, he's going to become more prominent in the show. All right.
Oh, nice to know installing a regulation pyramid court was one of the priorities of the Resistance.
Well, there's some things
gotta
we
have
can't
fun.
live without. Is that gonna be your excuse when I kick your ass? My poor knee hurts.
At least I have an excuse. Can't imagine what yours is gonna be.
I love this. I'm really interested in the rules of pyramid. It's essentially basketball with bumpers. This isn't creating a sexual tension, is it? Wow, nice shot. Mm-hmm. Want to bang? I can't resist those cheekbones.
Villadama's little baby boy pulls the wool over your eyes and you let him get away
Ellen.
scot-free. You're a laughing stock.
Oh my god, I hate her. I hate her so
Shoved.
much.
You got shoved.
It was his son.
Saul.
Wait, what? Oh!
What's happening on my ship?
Shenanigans.
Helen, can I speak to my XO?
Yeah, get the fuck out. God, I hate her. Toxic biatch. Oh, I'm so happy.
What's happened?
I fracked things up, and good.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
I made some bad calls.
Yeah, a lot of bad calls.
you gonna pour us one of those or what?
He doesn't need one. I don't think directly after surgery.
Well, you make it look easy.
You know that's a lie now.
Yeah, we all know that that's
A lot of pieces to pick
not
up.
easy.
Then we'll pick them up together. Where's my son?
About that. They've done a really good job with making you feel sorry for Sharon and Boomer. That, like, I'm so mad they're treating her this way. Get me! Oh my god!
No.
I love you, Chief.
Oh. I have not been like, not that I didn't like Sharon, but like, you know, knowing that she's a Cylon, it was really hard to trust her. And then knowing that like Chief was in love with her was like, kind of like, I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then seeing how she's been treated, even by Chief in the beginning of the episode, was kind of like breathtaking. Cause like, I just raved about how like he's such a good human being. And then, you know, he's very much angry. I'm really bummed that we lost Boomer. And at the hands of Callie. Because essentially, I don't know if Chief was going to get let go or what. I probably should go back and watch that again. But, you know, like she kind of literally jumped the gun. Not, I guess literally jumping the gun and shooting a gun are two different things. But she, you know, took matters into her own hands because no one was helping Chief. And, you know, he just essentially helped her survive on Kobol, you know, and they went through something really hard together on Kobol. And she's been like so loyal to Chief that like, I'm not shocked that she did what she did. I'm shocked that Boomer is dead. I do love too that they had his blood drip and then her blood drip at the beginning and the end. I like how it like kind of bookends the episode for us. So I feel so bad for Chief because we know that he has a big heart and he has this capacity for love. And we saw how he felt about Boomer all throughout the first season. And then, you know, through the course of like one episode, yeah, he's like raging mad and then is like distrustful. And then at the end has like this empathy and like, you know, he's going, no. He even knew what was going to happen to her if she survived. Like, he knew that she'd be a lab rat and tested on and all those things. Yet he still wanted her to be alive. And that shows that he still loved her very much. Bummer. You know who's not dead? Commander Adama. I love that moment. I fiercely hate Ellen with a passion. And yes, Commander Tai is completely responsible for his own actions and how he responds to her manipulations and her taunting. He is in control of his mouth. So when he, picks up the phone and is like, tell everybody that it's not optional and that we're coming to get the supplies, that was by his own, volition. So I have to tell this. He is responsible for his own actions and his own words. That being said, the relationship that he has with Ellen is not supportive. It is very much manipulative. And there is that toxicity of when he's mad, that's the passion that she wants to see. And so she wants more of that. And that's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. I was so happy when he threw his flask down the hallway, and then I was like, yeah, that's the right move. And then he went and picked it up, and it's just he knows what he has to do. He just can't do it because she's there. And he was well on his way to kind of solving that one problem. I'm sure that it would have been stumbles and no one's perfect, especially when it comes to addiction and alcoholism. But without her there, he had such a better shot of not having to deal with that as heavy as much. And maybe his decision making would have been clearer throughout the entire process. God, she's so toxic. I hate her. And there are people that I openly will dislike. I'm not a super fan of Colonel Tai, but she helps create sympathy for him because he's so easily just manipulated by her. I don't even know why. He knows. He even said it out loud. He 100% knows who she is. I don't understand what the need is to still have her around. Set her off to cloud 9. She'd be happy there. She'd be drinking and schmoozing and sleeping her way through whoever's in charge there. Probably Zarek. Just get her off. Let her go somewhere else. Put her in an airlock and see if she can float to cloud 9. And the fact that Boomer told Gaius, which I do not like the way he went about that, the fact that he was willing to sacrifice Chief to find out that information is just, he had to have had so much confidence that Boomer was going to tell him that there are 8 remaining Cylons, that there are 12 altogether, which I think they tell you at the beginning. Yeah, so we already knew that. I was like, did somebody, was that a spoiler? But I don't think so. It was a spoiler for them, so... Now they know. Well, Gaius knows. I don't know if he's sharing that information or not. And it's a really weird, great, interesting conversation that he has with Chief about love and, being able to feel love and being grateful for it. And even if she was a machine. And then, you're seeing him talking to Chief, and then they always go to the shot with 6. And I don't know if he is expressing a love for her, or a desire to feel the way Chief felt about Boomer. Because I feel 6 on Caprica and her not being able to feel the love from Gaius. She feels love for Gaius, but maybe not from Gaius. I feel it's kind of the same scenario where it's just he wishes he could feel that for her. I don't know. It doesn't strike me that he loves her whatsoever. But I don't know. And I don't know what happens to Callie now because, I should have known that Callie was going to be prominent part of the storyline when she kept, saying toasters over and over again, and 6 kind of getting, peeved off about it, and her, kind of showing up to, fight, was it Jammer? Bammer? I forget. Wait, no. Jammer. Yeah, I don't like his attitude towards Chief, that he immediately was just yeah, he's always been a Cylon. You know what? Screw you, buddy. You were crapping your pants 2 episodes back because, you were scared of the Centurions. So, chill. I would have been crapping my pants too. I would have been the first to die. I definitely would have been and slice. But, yeah, just, wow. 0 loyalty there. Now, the big story. The president and Lee, I Aisha, the religious leader, they are now aboard Cloud9 with Mr. Zarek, or as Tom, as he would like to be called. That's going to be interesting. And, I completely agree that the shit was going off the rails, because when you declare martial law and the people are, screaming for democracy, and you won't let them even and he had the right idea by meeting with the captains and talking about it, and Ellen chirping in his ear about that's weak, or it's very touchy-feely. Let's get together and talk about our feelings. And it's just diplomacy goes a really long way, and actually having talks and being civil with each other can explain certain things. And even if it was a short period of martial law, if Ty was able to explain why he declared it, and then they were able to say well, we still believe that that's in the best interest of the fleet, and martial law is not, I don't know if it necessarily would have changed his mind, but at least it would have been discussed. And I think, if anything, it just furthered more support for the president rather than for the military, which is now a hurdle that Commander Adama will have to climb, because it's just unfortunate. Now, the goodbye, I was really I don't know why I was like Lee's not going to kill his dad, right? I was just kind of what does he mean goodbye? And I guess, you can't go back on that. I don't think Lee would be welcomed back with open arms as long as Ty is on Galactica. I'm not sure. You can only pull so much weight of your dad being the commander, and I feel like Commander Adama's not necessarily by the book, but he would probably let the punishment fit the crime. So I don't know how that's going to work. That makes me so sad. And it's all about the choosing sides again. And he didn't necessarily choose the side of the president. He chose against martial law and Colonel Ty, which I feel was kind of the right thing to do, given the scenario. I think if Ty were more level-headed, he wasn't out of his depth, he wasn't reaching for the alcohol constantly. I'm sure everyone knows Ellen is toxic. There's so many scenarios in which you just don't want that guy in charge and calling the shots. I definitely think that I'm more on the side of the president. I think that that's why I don't really see it as a bad thing, which I'm sure there's plenty of people that are more on the side of not that you guys are on the side of martial law, but I think you can kind of see a little bit why he said what he said and why you're on that side. And I totally get it. I'm just not on that side. So interesting to see how it all plays out with everyone who helped, because Billy stayed behind. I respect the fact that he wanted nothing to do with what was going on. And everyone has a line that they're not willing to cross. And we know Billy's. And I also think D, being on Galactica, if he runs away with the president, then he might not ever see her again. And there's plenty of reasons why Billy staying on Galactica makes total sense to me. And he was very sincere when he just said, that's not something I'm willing to do. And that doesn't mean that he's not loyal. That just means that, he's not going any further. And good for him. I respect it. But I don't know how they hide the paper trail of D having the colonel sign the papers. And, I love that Gata was nope, there were no communications. Again, I'm always Cylon. But that was good of him, because he seems like somebody who's very by the book, almost meh, a nerd about it. So for him to do that and really support D, and again, he has a hard time with Colonel Ty and his drinking, because when I forgot what they were talking about, but D was talking to the colonel and Gata was standing there, and she just rolls her eyes and does this. And so it's I think Gata is very much aware that he shouldn't be running the show. It's just really interesting how Commander Adama woke up after all that goes down. And had he woke up an hour sooner, I don't know if any of it really needed to. There's a lot of this that didn't need to go down, quite frankly. But I'm interested to see where it goes from here. Like, are they going to pursue the president? Are they going to have, all the ships screen that are coming and going from Cloud 9? Are they going to keep instituting martial law on Cloud 9? Like, what's going to happen? Because I know that's not something that he believes in. So I would hope that he'd put a stop to it. But I don't know. He's not really the save face kind of guy. So we'll see about that. So then Kara and Hilo are on Caprica, in Delphi, and they have met up with a group of survivors that are apparently a sports team, Pyramid. I'm not quite sure I understand the rules of Pyramid, but I think I kind of figured out the game. Like the pyramid is safe, bounce off walls, put it in a hole, you can tackle each other. Cool. Okay. So sexual tension was created during that game, and another man with beautiful cheekbones, not upset. But this group is at the Delphi High School, and there's 53 survivors with them, and they're not being monitored. And one that like leads me to believe that there's probably Cylons that are in the group, and that's why they're not being monitored. But like, two, like, wouldn't they think that that's weird? That like they're like, oh, they never come here. Why? Why do they never go there? And I would be thinking to myself, do they never come here because they know we're here and they want to monitor us from far away? Or like there must be Cylons that are in the group because this, right? So to me, that was just really suspicious. I immediately was like, interesting. That's weird. But I do like Hilo and Kara together. I really like that duo. The whole moment in the forest when they're all pointing their guns at each other. I love that moment so much. Because like everyone was like very fiercely believing that the other was a Cylon and like trying to like prove it in like the score of the game and like the little things about like Hilo losing money on it and everything. And she's just kind of like, crap. I was wrong. Dang it. So I don't think that they ran back to get the arrow. Did they get the Humvee? Now that they blew her windows out of her vehicle? Dumb. There's only so many vehicles, I think, that are military grade that you can get your hands on that have fuel. And like, well, maybe there's a lot. I don't know. But I feel like the Cylons would have control over all of them. So like they have this Humvee and they're like, you know what? Instead of taking that, let's shoot the windows out. Is this your first time surviving on a nuclear holocaust planet where you have two types of Cylons hunting you down? Except at a school, apparently. Well, I am so interested to see where all these storylines head, because like I said, I can't guess anything that's going to happen in these episodes when they start, and I could not have told you any of that was going to happen. Bravo, bravo. But if anyone hurts Chief again, I swear I'm going to get one of these. I love him. Leave him alone. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I don't know what to ask you guys because it's a 20-year-old show and you know all the answers. Do you understand the rules of Pyramid? Do they ever explain that? And I mean, like, I don't think that's a spoiler necessarily, but like, do they ever like come out with like the rules for the game? It'd be interesting. She said it was a regulation court, so like I think there had to be some rules that they set up. Not sure, but did you expect Callie to shoot Boomer? Because I sure as hell didn't. But when it happened, it made total sense. Was I sad about it? Yes. What made me more sad, that it was Boomer or that Chief was in love with Boomer? Yes. Yes. And we all hate Ellen Ty, right? 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 Okay, guys. Well, I am looking forward to watching the next couple episodes. I have been trying to get a little bit ahead, just to, 1, avoid spoilers, and then 2, because it's really hard to stop watching this show. So if I watch a couple at a time, I get my fix. So I'm looking forward to getting my fracking fix. Okay, guys. I'll see you.